Welcome to Aspen Yoga. My name is Stacy. Today's yoga session, we are going to check in with our back. So this session is a nice gentle session for your back. So if you have back is a little bit stiff, a little bit achy, from the upper back to the lower back, we're going to check in with our spine, do some mobility, do some stretching. Nice, easy, gentle session today. Your mat and your blanket are all you are going to need for this session. So go ahead and grab your props and meet me back on the mat. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and sit on our blanket. And as you sit on your blanket with your legs crossed, you'll notice that having your hips elevated helps to open the hip joint a little bit, make it a little bit more comfortable to be seated in this cross-legged position. Hands are on your knees, spine is tall, eyes are closed or gazing forward. Let's take a deep inhale here. And exhale. Inhaling, filling your abdomen and your chest. Exhale, your shoulders relax, your spine is tall. Inhale, sending oxygen to your fingers and your toes. And exhale. Let's go ahead and start with some small circles. Today we are focusing on the spine, the back. That being said, remember to listen to your body. If you have any structural, spinal column issues, if you have been any restrictions from your doctor, please listen to those. Listen to your body. As you become more comfortable, you can make those circles a little bit bigger. Good. Let's go ahead and switch directions when we come to this top, starting small. And getting a little bit bigger with those circles as you become more comfortable. Good. Coming back to the center, up nice and tall. Let's go ahead and do a little shift from side to side. Good. So shifting, getting a nice stretch through the sides here. So through our lower back. Only stretch as far as you are comfortable. Good. One more each side. And as we come back to center, let's do a little seated cat and cow. So round your back, tuck your chin. Nice stretch in the upper back. Looking up, put a sway in the back, belly button to me for cow. Good. Coming back into cat. Really working through your range of motion here. Two more. Coming into cat and cow. Last time cat and cow. Good. Coming back to the neutral spine, I want you to go ahead and bring that left hand on the floor, inhaling up. And as you slide to the left, reach that right arm up towards the ceiling, keeping the right hip on the floor so we're not leaning over, but we're staying firmly planted as we stretch. Get a nice stretch in the lower back, only stretching as far as you are comfortable. We are not hanging out at the shoulder, so dropping that shoulder away, bringing that elbow towards the floor, even though it may not touch the floor, especially since we are elevated by our blanket. Good. Inhaling up. Good. And we cartwheel over. Stretching into the other side, leaving this hip on the floor, opening up through that side, reaching through the fingers, chest is open. So when we talk about working through the range of motion of our back, our hips, our shoulders, everything is involved here. Back can be very tricky. Good. Cartwheel up around. So we always want to work mindfully through each pose and really listen to your body. I do not need to have my elbow on the floor. I want to reach through what is comfortable for me. After this session, I want you to feel good. I don't want you to feel like, oops, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have tried to reach too far, switching to the other side. So go for your comfort level, dropping that shoulder away from the ear, reaching tall. Good. Nice. Inhaling both arms up tall. Exhale, open and down. Good. Sitting tall, inhaling up. Exhale, I want you to fold forward. And if you are comfortable folding forward here with your blanket, you can keep it. I'm going to pop mine out. And I just want you to fold forward till your forearms are on the floor. Okay, so folding forward, forearms are on the floor. Sinking your chest forward. I want you to try to keep your back as straight as you can. Nice deep breaths. You can do a little side to side lean, stretching through the hips and that deep, deep lower back into the tailbone. Let's walk both hands over to the left. And as I walk to the left, I want to bring that right arm with me because that's what's going to get the stretch in this opposite hip here. Again, keeping the back straight. I don't want you to get a super round in your back. So I want you to support yourself with your hands or your forearms. Keep everything in line, so I want you to focus just forward between your hands. And let's walk over to the other side. You might find one side's a little bit tighter, so you may not get the twist. You may not get your forearm on the ground, but I want to keep the back straight for now. And really focus on in through our hips, into that sacral area of our back. Good. Walk back to the center. Fold forward to the center as far as you are comfortable. You may find yourself a little bit farther. You may find yourself in the same spot. Your choice here. Good. Walk your hands up. Sitting up nice and tall. Let's go ahead and do a gentle twist. Kind of introduce some twisting today. Inhaling up. And as you exhale, twist to the opposite side, reaching that arm across, gently pulling just a little twist, stretch, drop the shoulder. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist, dropping both shoulders, especially that back one can sneak up on us. Good. Inhaling up. Open and down. Nice. Let's go ahead and untwist those legs. I want you to plant your feet in front. So we're going to go from seated cat and cow. We're going to do 3 different cat and cows here. So we're going to go, we did seated leg cross. Now we're going to do seated grabbing those hamstrings. And then we're going to do what we would think of a traditional cat and cow. And I want you to feel the difference in your back. So grabbing the hamstrings, inhale, sit tall. Exhale, C-curve back into that cat. You can feel the cat here, really nice between those shoulder blades, stretching those shoulder blades apart. Good, coming up tall. Good, so we're coming back into cat. Round the back, tuck the chin. And as you come up, bringing that chest forward, dropping those shoulders, rounding, really putting a sway into that lower back. Good, coming back into cat. And up. Good. Coming back into cat. And cow. So I feel like with this one, coming back to neutral spine, I get a really nice cat stretch in the upper back, but I don't get the cow that I like. So let's go on to our 4s, so onto your hands and knees. And this is where I really feel that we get a nice cow along with our cat. So knees hip width apart, hands on your forearms, shoulder width apart. Let's round into cat. Another great stretch through the shoulder blades. Looking up, put a sway in the back for cow. This is where we really get a nice stretch into the lower back. So taking your time, 1 vertebrae at a time, into cat. Look up, sway in the back into cow. Good. Nice stretch. Come back into cat. And cow. Good. Let's do one more. Last time here, cat. And cow. Good. Come back to your neutral spine, and we're just going to shift from side to side. So I want you to shift your hips towards me and shift your hips away from me. Nice stretch here through the lower back. I don't want your weight to shift on the knees. I just want the hips to shift. So we keep the weight on the opposite knee as we shift across. Good. One more each side. Shift. This always feels so good on the lower back. Nice. As we come back to the center, threading the needle. So I want you to take your arm that's away from me, open it up to the ceiling, and then we're going to dive it through. Palm is up. Bring that ear to the mat. A nice stretch through the shoulder and go straight to the upper back. Nice deep breaths. Good. Pressing through the hand and switching sides. So we're going to lift up. Get some nice thoracic rotation. Come through. Listen to your mat. Palm up towards the ceiling. Get in a nice stretch. Good. Pressing up and back to that quadruped. From here, I want you to stretch your arms out in front, dropping your chest into puppy. So tailbone is going to stay high, forehead is on the mat, nice stretch through the upper back, pressing the palms, the forearms into the mat. Forehead rests upon the mat to keep the spine in line. This is a great stretch through the upper back into those shoulders. Nice. Coming up onto those hands, walking your hands back. Let's go ahead and come all the way over onto our back. Hug your knees into your chest. And as you hug your knees into your chest, you're going to feel all those muscles of your back relax into the floor. So just take a moment here, whether you're hugging above your knees or below your knees, whatever is most comfortable for you. You can interlace those fingers if you like. Nice cleansing breaths. As we pull our knees to our chest, we should feel the muscles of the lower back, particularly, into the floor. So they are pressing into the floor. This should feel very nice. We'll do a little roll from side to side, so just a little shift. And as you come back to the center, I want you to drop your left leg onto the floor, pull your right knee into your chest, and as you pull that right knee into the chest, you should be able to get a little bit farther, get a little bit deeper stretch. Good. Now just keep that knee into your chest, but I want you to release the pull. Straighten that left leg onto the floor. I want you to take your left hand on the outside of your right knee. That right arm is out. And we're just going to get a little stretch here, and only stretch as far as you are comfortable. I want you to concentrate on keeping that shoulder on the floor. So the opposite shoulder stays on the floor. So we get a nice stretch through the lower back, the hip, also through the chest and the upper back, because we are grounding that area to the floor. Nice. Let's go ahead and come back to the center. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to do that left knee hug first and keep that right knee bent. Left knee hug. Take some deep breaths. Remember that knee is going to come farther into the chest. Good. Let's go ahead and release the stretch a little bit. Extend that leg onto the floor. Opposite hand, we're pulling across. That left shoulder stays onto the floor as you pull to the right. Only go as far as you are comfortable. This can be a pretty deep stretch depending on your mobility in your back, but listen to your body here. How does this feel? Good. Let's go ahead and come back to the center. Bring both feet flat on the floor. Let's do a little bridge. So I want you to tilt your tailbone so that your back is flat, and I want you to lift up into a bridge, squeezing your glute muscles, pressing your feet firmly into the floor. And as you come down one vertebrae at a time, I want you to think of each vertebrae touching the floor individually. Gives you a nice stretch. Good. Release and relax. One more time. Tilt that lower back flat. Press up through the bottoms of your feet, keeping your knees very close together. Pressing your shoulders into the floor. Palms can be at your side. Squeeze those glute muscles. And roll down one vertebrae at a time. This is the really important part, because as we roll down one vertebrae at a time, we can get the nice stretch through the back. This should feel really nice. Good. Let's pull the knees into your chest. Do a little side to side. And as you come back to the center, bring those feet onto the floor. Let's roll onto our side, sitting up slowly. Let's go ahead and grab your blanket and just have a little sit here. Nice and tall seated as you are comfortable here. So if you need a little adjustment, let's take a deep inhale together and exhale. Inhaling here. Exhale, shoulders relax. Last time inhaling and exhaling. Again, my name is Stacy with Aspen Yoga. Thank you for joining me today. Remember to subscribe and like, and I will see you again next time.